The next time Paul Skenes throws a baseball, it will be at PNC Park against the Chicago Cubs. Joining us now to get into it on the Fan Hotline, presented by Sullivan Super Service, providing trusted plumbing and HVAC service for over 50 years, is Jeff Hathhorn. Jeff, it's happening. Good morning, pal.
Good morning. Finally, Skenes time.
We've been debating now for the last half hour. What's a fair expectation for him this year? And what is a fair expectation for him in his Pirates career? I mean, I think the sky's the limit. I got the guy winning a Cy Young, Jeff. I mean, he's the second coming of Strasburg here. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that the tools are there to do that. I think the mentality is there to do that. Yeah, I mean, it's funny. I was looking at some of the debuts by the 1-1 pitchers. I mean, Strasburg was unreal. Had 14 strikeouts in his debut. Like, that'll do. If that's what we see on Saturday, that'll do. There was the first dude ever that was the first pitcher taken first overall, pitched a one-hitter. Problem is he walked 7. So let's hope that's not the case on Saturday.
Jeff, innings limit, pitch count, what do you expect to see out of Skenes on Saturday? Do you think they let him go a little bit more, a little bit less, just to give us a little taste of what he could be? Or, how do you think it's going to go?
Yeah, we're anticipating around 75, maybe 80. I mean, if he's rolling, I think they probably learned from that Jared Jones 59 pitch game that, all right, maybe we could borrow a few here and allow for moments and reasoning. It's not like he's going to throw 120. But I think they will understand the moment and allow him. I mean, we'll see how it's going. I mean, hopefully it's going well and he's breezing and it's just easy for him. And I mean, we'll see. We've never seen him pitch at this level, but everything we've seen to this point, or as the Pirates will tell us, checking boxes. He's done it with red ink.
What do you think the corresponding move is going to be, and how do you think the rotation is going to shake out, at least in the short term here?
Yeah, I would think it's going to be, you're going to see like a Hunter Stratton or somebody. One of the relievers gets sent down, and Falter will stay and be in the bullpen, and maybe they get creative and try to work him into a 6-man rotation. We don't know exactly what they're going to do. I mean, what you could do is say, hey, we're going to have, because they're on the same rest, you could have Skenes go as long as he goes. And if for some reason it's a shorter start than everybody hopes, and you could throw Falter in there and have him try to finish the game. I think that they can get creative from that standpoint. I mean, Falter's pitched well for him. He deserves to be on the roster. Now, let's see what they could, put their heads together with and kind of add another person that can be impactful out of that pen.
Jeff, do you expect them to bring anybody else up with Skenes? Nick Gonzalez, Jake Lamb, G1 Bay. Do you expect anybody else to be a part of Skenes' debut?
Yeah, I mean, if he's going to come, he might as well bring some friends.
That's right.
Save money on gas.
Right?
Get in that HOV lane.
You get multiple drivers. You can share food. I mean, there's all the benefits of bringing multiple guys. Not to pick on anyone that plays first base, but there's a dude at first base that's hitting 385. At what point do you give him a shot? I mean, he's 33 years old. I get it. And, Charrington had a pretty good diss line on Sunday saying that, well, if a lot of these guys are playing in AAA, that you'd see their numbers look godly too, which I thought, I was like, damn, okay. But don't you got to give one of these guys a shot? I mean, maybe it's even as much as he's played well at times. I mean, Triolo's hitting, 210? I mean, it doesn't mean that he can't come back up, but why not give one of these hot hitters a little run? Because, they've tried a lot of things. They've tried every lineup conceivable, and it really hasn't worked. Cruz is swinging it better. That's positive. You feel good about that. But, man, they're not. Yesterday, they just weren't making enough damn contact.
No, they've scored a run in 6 out of their last 66 innings. I think Dan Zangrilli tweeted that out, which is just, oh, my God. My response to Ben Cherington would be on that line of his, okay, if you want to say that for Jake Lamb or Rowdy Tellez going down there, even though I think they'd have to DFA him, okay, fine. Like, I get that, but we're talking about a first-round pick in Nick Gonzalez. Like, at what point does a guy that you thought was going to be part of your future be part of the present so that he can be part of the future?
Yeah, and I realized what they did last year, and you could hold that against all those guys and G1 Bay. But don't you think they deserve another shot? I mean, a lot of guys have gone down, figured out some things, and come back. I mean, Peguero was one of the big pieces in the Marte trade to Arizona. I mean, they've been high on him. Bay has been that guy that they've looked at for a couple of years that could be a disruptor in the lineup. He's not going to bring you power per se, but at least he can make a pitcher. You know, he could go from first to second to potentially third. You could do some more things with him. He could, just being on base can disrupt what's going on. I'm not saying you bring them all up, but at least give one of them a shot. And again, by sending somebody down or DFAing somebody, and they could go down and maybe they work on some things and figure it out and come back up.
Jeff, can you grow a beard?
Have I ever grown a beard? I did during COVID, briefly.
Will you grow a mustache with us?
Bad.
Will you grow a mustache with us?
Dude, it is a bad stash. It is, I mean.
Mine or Skenes?
You're looking like, you got to play that funky music behind it when I have a mustache on. Let me tell you.
So you
guys grew up watching Larry Richard do the weather when he had that mustache.
That's right.
Yeah, it kind of gives those vibes.
Oh my God.
I forgot about that.
So you didn't like the beard during COVID. It was just more of a nobody's going to see me kind of deal?
Yeah, it was more of like, no one's going to see me. Why do I need to shave kind of deal?
Mm-hmm. I did that with my hair during COVID. I had Chris Letang hair down to my shoulders, and let me tell you, not a good look. Jeff, we know the webs. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say the first playoff run, I tried to do the playoff beard, because everybody was so excited around town. I thought, okay, I'll try this. And after about 2 weeks, one of the Penguins players came up and said, yeah, it was a nice run, but it's okay if you shave.
Oh, wow. Wow. Who was it?
Right.
Who was it? Give us a name, Jeff.
I don't know. His name may have been Orpik.
Oh, my God. As he looks straight.
Yeah, you're not messing with him.
His face.
You're not messing with him.
But it still hurt. Yeah, and it's not like I could tell him, shut up, man. Because, then he would have killed me.
That's right. Jeff, appreciate the time, man. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Jeff.
That's Jeff Hathhorn, our sports director. All kind of great skiing stuff from Jeff on our website, 937thefan.com.